Hello everyone, hi. We're back playing golf on a Friday after we missed the cut. Who'd have thought? We're not playing golf. We're just out here in the practice range, hitting some reps here. I'm just kind of working on the swing a little bit. I'm going to hang out for a couple of minutes. I don't intend to stay here for long. I don't intend to keep you here a long time. Just a little bit of a. Oh, why? I don't even know what the hell that one was. I I was taking some practice swings and I was like, you know what? I'll work on some practice while talking about the state of the channel, and all of a sudden now practice shots seem to be going all over the place. I really wish I had pressed record like 10 seconds, like not even 10 seconds, like 10 minutes ago. Sorry, that's freaking headphone cables all over the place. Not really. Like if I'm like wearing short sleeve shirts, it kind of chafes a little bit against my arm because it comes across because my my tower is behind the webcam. So I'm just out here working on my swing, I guess. If I had like hit record like 15 or 20 minutes ago, like you would have just seen. I don't like, if I was exaggerating, I would say perfect after perfect after perfect, but I would be like consistently hitting it in the gray zone, which is new to me. I took a recalibration. I took a couple of practice swings, like maybe like 3 or 4 dozen, at least 50. And now all of a sudden I took like a 5-minute break to get a cup of coffee before I would like hit record, and now my timing's gone completely off again. But yeah, after oh my god, and now my swing planes needs work. This is so bad. Hey, at least I'm not missing a cut again, right? There's a perfect. We managed to hit one this practice session, which is more than what I could say for the last 2 rounds of golf that we played here on this channel. But yeah, I've been watching some videos. I've been trying to work out my swing. I've been trying to work out where it is. Maybe I did take like a second recalibration after I thought I got my timing down pat, but maybe I shouldn't have done that. There's another perfect. We're starting to hit them. Yeah, I watched a few videos from people whose names immediately escape me, but they got recommended. One of them was Gamer Abilities, whose Twitch channel I seem to find myself frequenting more and more. Other one was I can't even remember the freaking name of it. I might just alt tab and check, but someone recommended it to me in the comments the other day. I need to track it down here. Let's see. This is really bad form to be doing in the middle of a recording, but no, I don't want to filter by comments I haven't responded to. Gamer called Blue. There we go. And Pappy BTW. I've been watching their Twitch streams as well. I've been silently lurking in the background, just trying to take in as much as I can. I've watched a couple of videos in terms of like how to better get perfects. I know like it's something that I have struggled with a long time. Maybe I'm doing better now because I'm also, like I posted at the start of the week, using clubs that have a higher forgiveness rate. So maybe that's helping me out a little bit better. But one of the big things that I was told, and I'm starting to agree with it now, certainly after a couple of practice runs, is looking for that visual cue. I mean, it's a perfect swing, but the swing plane was all over the place. So I've kind of I've found myself out of one frying pan and into another. So that's kind of a bad one there, but oh god, that's another woeful one. But yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out and just taking some reps out here on the practice driving range, so I kind of figured, hey, why not just hit record and, you know, talk about it a little bit. Now, a gamer called Blue also recommended to me that, like, hey, well, he recommended, not personally to me, but like in his video, which I'll link the videos in the description and the representative channels in the description if you want to go check them out for yourself. Is that, who knows, maybe they'll help you as well. Maybe they'll help you more than they'll help me. Maybe I'm just beyond help. But you know, I'll give credit where credit is due. I'm maybe a little bit distracting myself because, you know, I'm also trying to focus on being a little bit entertaining rather than just, you know, completely dialing into my rounds here. That's an absolute clunker. I am horrified by that shot. I'm surprised that it went 276 yards, to be perfectly honest with you. I seem to be getting a little bit better, at least getting into the grey zone, which helps, for lack of a better way to put that. But gamer called Blue, okay, that one's a disaster of a shot. But his recommendation was look for the visual cues as well, and that's another disaster. This is why we're stuck in practice because I want to try and get rid of that from happening. I don't know, it's a little bit better. But their big thing was visual cues. Now I seem to have lost my timing a little bit here, so maybe I just need to do another recalibrate. But their whole thing was watch for the arm being tucked in under the chin, and that's kind of your ideal time to swing. That's when you get like that 100 to 101% power, and that's like the sweet spot before the gauge narrows down because of overpowering. That's also like right when that first little burst of haptic feedback comes out of the gamepad. So, you know, as soon as you start feeling that slight twinge of a rumble, that's go time. But it's the speed of the downswing that is also kind of throwing me off a little bit. That's a 98% one. I very rarely actually pull shots very short and like partial. And I'm still rubbish at partial shots, by the way. That is something that I have to work on. But let's maybe work on getting off the tee box one piece first, and then we'll worry about partial shots once, you know, we actually can start getting consistent fairways in regulation again. Because if you've ever actually like sat down on the TGCTours website and looked at my scorecards that I've been submitting this last several weeks, not even just limited to this, like the Red Fast Nerf update, but since I started, my fairways in regulation stat has been absolutely garbage. My greens in regulation has probably been worse. Actually, my greens in regulation's not that bad. Like well, before the server side update anyway. Like I seem to be pretty good at scrambling and at least getting onto the green, which is quite the accomplishment. I used to consider myself good at scrambling, but with the way the update is now, like if you're anyway outside the grey zone, you are severely penalised coming out of rough patches, which is why in practice rounds I have started... Oh, look at that, a perfect. I started double and even treble clubbing up to compensate for that fact, because I found myself, before I started recording this, that I was hitting very fast. I was hitting red fasts and red slows coming out of rough situations just because I was tilting myself. And granted, that seemed to work for me. Maybe it'll work for you too, if that's something that you still struggle with. But, you know, in an ideal situation, you know, you'd be hitting perfects, and you'd only need one, maybe two clubs up at the very most to get out of sticky situations like that. Yeah, we're just clunking these ones. Maybe I should just like be quiet for like a minute or two and, you know, settle myself down and just work on my swing. That's not it. That is not it at all. There we go. I mean, it's right on the very edge of the grey slow, so, you know, it's not like it's much better, but it's again right on the edge of the grey slow. I do have a lot of work to do to kind of figure this out, and it's probably going to take me like several calibration attempts, but at least, you know, I'm out here trying and making an effort. That swing plane is just kind of a little bit off, which is why we're still kind of floating to the far right hand side of the course. Again, that seems to be a me problem. Because that's another reason why I started putting the gamepad on the video overlay that you can see down in the bottom left hand corner. I had to actually think for a second whether that was left or right. If you're really wondering where my brain's going recording this at 10 PM on a Thursday evening, there you go. I can't even discern directions. I'm telling you, like, once that red light goes on in the microphone and that microphone's hot and I'm recording, the English language just goes completely out the window. It's like, I can't tell right from left, I can't tell north from south. My timing goes out the window because I'm like so focused in the conversation that I can't that I'm having with myself, that I can't focus on like what I'm doing properly. That was my own fault. I pulled that back to 102% power. The meter started to shrink. If that was 100% power, chances are that's at least a grey slow. It might be time to recalibrate here. I wish there was a way that maybe they'll put this in 2K22. Actually, probably not. It's a yearly sports game at this point. Maybe there won't even be a 2K22. Maybe they'll just skip next year and go straight to 23. I think they'll be foolhardy to do so, because, you know, if EA get out their PGA Tour game, then that means they can get out uncontested. Plus, you know, 2K probably were like, okay, well, we want a native golf experience on the PS5 and Xbox Series that isn't just an upscale from a last-gen game. So they're probably thinking about that as well. But I would love to, like, take a look for them to, like, let you, like, take, like, 20 shots and then just be able to visualize the entire spray of your shots and see exactly where you're going so that you can see what way your shots are trending. If there was a way to, like, visualize that, that would be really nice. But again, I'm not expecting it to happen because that means, hey, actual iteration in a sports game. Certainly wouldn't catch it in an EA game anyway, but 2K, maybe there's a chance. HB Studios have done a very good job with this game and with, like, improving it and making it better. Finally listening to their audience in terms of at least nerfing the red fast. Even if that audience wasn't me, because I was one of the people, you know, benefiting from it. But I still think it's a good change, because it's forcing me to play the way that, you know, follows the spirit of the game, at least. Oof, that's a clunker. I pulled that one back too hard. That is not the kind of shot that you want to pull off in a calibration session, that's for sure. But I'm gonna stick with it until we can hit perfect to like certainly a more reasonable degree than what we're doing right now, because that's certainly not a perfect. Why am I not fast forwarding through these shots? It's not like I have anything to gain from them. That's another awful clunker of a shot. This is going to be a really bad calibration. I'm going to have to do this again. There's just nothing's going down the middle at all. Everything is just super sprayed. Talk of the devil. And he shall appear. The other one's drifting fast. Almost hit the golf cart there. I want to call that a perfect one, but the swing plane was a way off. It certainly didn't look like it was like breaking in a particular direction. But, you know, that also could be a wind factor as well. It'll be very interesting to see where my timing is. But yeah, like I said, like something like that where you're calibrating, it would be very interesting to see like where your spray is. There's a good send right off the rip. Not too impressed with like the starting to slowly veer off in the downswing there. That is something I have to work on as well though, because it's definitely affected my putting on more than one occasion, especially like in super inopportune times. Because like the amount of times that's happened where I've been on an eagle opportunity and then ended up taking par because I hit that one of those shots wrong. It leaves me about 10 foot in the other direction, and then I missed the second putt as well. And, you know, an eagle opportunity turns into a par 5, and then you're just like, what the hell, dude? Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, we're hitting some perfects now, which is a marked improvement. That's for sure. Now, will it be a marked improvement come game time next Sunday? I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to cross that bridge whenever we get that far. That's a fast. I knew that was a fast because I pulled back slower. That was my own fault. I don't tend to like slam the analog stick back on like the backswing. Compared to like when I usually kind of flick it forward on the front swing. I don't use the full y-axis pulling it back. Like it tends to be like a slower, measured out swing. Maybe that's where I'm making the mistake. Because that seems to be a lot better, and that's just because I'm back swinging faster, and then the front swing is at a consistent speed when I kind of flick the stick forward. Rather than, you know, the gradual pullback with the fast. Like, there's gradual pullback with the fast. That actually ended up being slow. Huh. Who would have thought? Again, why am I not fast forwarding through these shots? There is literally zero stakes here. It's just practice. I'm starting to consistently hit greys at least. Maybe not consistently perfect, but you know, at least I'm somewhere in the ballpark now. And, you know, not out here in the heavy rough in the pine straw. Bouncing off the golf cart and ending up 20 yards out of bounds. There's a perfect. And another one. I think we're starting to get close. I genuinely think we're starting to get close. I am hesitant to say that I'm all I mean, there's evidence exhibit A right there. I was about to say that I'm almost getting close to where I need to be, and then just red fast right. The comedic timing on that is it sure is something. That's for sure. Alright, if we can rip about like 10 perfects in a row, I think I'm happy enough to end the video. Let's count this one as number 1. If we can get at least, you know, somewhere close out of the next 10 shots, there's number 2. If we can hit like 7 out of 10 perfects, I think I'm going to be happy. Okay, there's still 2 out of 3. Two out of 4. This could have been a mistake. Now I'm under pressure. 3 out of 5. 4 out of 6. 5 out of 7. 5 out of 8. 5 out of 9. Okay, I'm starting to lose my focus here. 5 out of 10. Okay, well, we've still got some work to do. We've still got some work to do. Let's slow it down. Let's not put ourselves under pressure. Okay. I'll start to count from the first. I'll start to count again from the first perfect that we get. That's a grey slow. That's not going to count. I don't think we were starting to get into a groove of consistency there. There's number 1. Okay. There's number 2. 2 out of 2. I just need to take my time. This isn't a speed run. He says as he immediately fasts the ball. 2 out of 3. 3 out of 4. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 6. I mean, it's in the grey, so it's not terrible, but it's not perfect. Now, there's that 4 out of 7. I need to hit these last 3 perfects. 5 out of 8. Not perfect swing plane, but 6 out of 9. For all the marbles. He's failed. Like, okay, 6 out of 10 is still fine. I mean, it's not fine in a competitive nature, but it's certainly an improvement from where we were at. And I think I can come away from this like brief little practice session. I'm gonna treat this as a little victory. I mean, I'm completely undialed now. I'm not completely unfocused. There's another rip. Okay, you know what? Let's try this one more. That's one perfect. Again, we're shooting for 7 out of 10. 2 out of 2. 3 out of 3. Nearly perfect swing plane too. Okay, 3 out of 4. 3 out of 5. 4 out of 6. 4 out of 7. Worrying. Five out of 8. Six out of 9. Oh, I was so close to 7 out of 10. Denied. Rejected. Whew. Well, I think I'm going to call it a practice session there at that. We're getting closer to where we need to be. We're probably at a C- grade in terms of driving ability now. We're getting closer. We're almost there. And there's still a lot that we have to do to kind of work on our consistency a lot more. Oof. That's actually one of the first very slows that I hit since I recalibrated that second time, and you saw the recalibration efforts. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. I'll take a couple of more swings if we'll do a little bit of an outro. That's another perfect. But, there's some things coming up. I'll be streaming a lot more through the month of May. June, I don't know whether you saw the trailer for it. I posted on the channel here yesterday, but I'm going to start a playthrough of Fury, which is a boss rush-like game. That is kind of a sort of a shoot 'em up slashing game where it's just you versus bosses. Dope soundtrack. Really stylish visuals. I've heard it's pretty challenging. Although I don't know what could be more challenging than trying to find our swing tempo here. But that's coming up beginning June 1st. Every Tuesday, every Thursday. Twitch.tv/JC4Life. 9 PM UK time, 1 PM Eastern US. Hopefully some of you will join me for that, if that's the kind of game that interests you. Maybe possibly streaming some more golf practice rounds also. Possibly following those segments. We'll see what we can do. I can't promise anything. During the month of May, we'll certainly be streaming some more practice golf rounds, as well as any possible TGCTours promotion events that happen between now and then. I don't know what else we'll be streaming during the month of May, but PGA 2K21 videos will continue as normal. Here, rounds 1 and rounds 2, Mondays and Tuesdays. Usual time on YouTube, 6 PM UK, 1 PM Eastern. If we make the cut, rounds 3, rounds 4, Thursday and Friday, same time. If not, we've got some filler episodes of something, whichever I can come up with closer to the time. At that point, probably filling in from like the stuff that I'm streaming, like VOD content and stuff from Twitch. If that comes over, I need to decide where I'm putting the VOD content from Fury. That might possibly be like a Saturday and Sunday thing. It depends on whether or not I tend to do better at golf over the next couple of weeks. And see where we're at with that. If I'm comfortable enough that I can consistently make the cut, then yeah, we're going to have that Friday and Saturday. If not, then... or Saturday and Sunday, sorry, my apologies. But if we don't make the cut, then we'll just move those VOD contents to Thursday and Friday to fill in those time slots. Because I'm not too worried about the weekend uploads as much. Art of Rally, of course, still continuing every Wednesday. That's not going anywhere. At least not for the foreseeable future. That game is seeing the Kenya content update coming sometime this summer, so we'll be checking that out, as well as its launch on Xbox Game Pass. We'll still be playing the PC version, obviously, because that's what I'm used to. That's what I have. I don't have a console. But it will be on Xbox Game Pass for both console and PC sometime in the summer, as well as coming into Nintendo Switch. So if you've got those consoles, you can look forward to playing there. But for now, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in to me rambling and smacking balls with zero consequence for the last 15 to 20 minutes, or however long this video's gone. Jeez, the passage of time is unbelievable. But yeah, definitely find myself maybe getting a little bit better here. And hopefully next week we'll see some improvement on the scoreboards. We may not make the cut, but at least we'll try to be a bit more competitive about it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good weekend. And we'll see you guys Monday. Take care.